Okay, so in this video, we're looking at our other use for point slope, and this is us calculating a linear equation given only 2 points instead of being given. So in our last video, we were given a single point and the slope, which is all you need, right? But this time, now we're only given 2 points. We are not given the slope. Well, that just means that now that we have 2 points, we're going to have to calculate our actual slope ourselves, given the 2 points, right? And that comes from this simple formula I'm drawing out here. Slope is equal to the change in y over the change in x, or delta y over delta x, or even more specifically, y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. Okay, and just for the sake of, I'll go ahead and include it in the video. You don't have to do it 1 minus 2 over 1 minus 2. You can do it as 2 minus 1, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, either one of these will suffice. Okay, and ultimately, once we get m, we're going to plug it into y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and label x1, y1, x2, y2. Okay, so we've got a graph, several points. So let's say this is -5, this is +6 here, right? And we've got another point at 0 by 3 right here. Okay, so we're looking for the equation. Oh, God. We're looking for the equation that passes through these 2 points, right? And the way we're going to do that, well, first we have to calculate the slope. Then we're going to use point slope and easily deduce what it is in slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. Okay, so first let's calculate the slope. So m is going to be equal to y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. Okay, and looking at my rudimentary picture I drew, we know the slope has to be negative, and lo and behold, that's what's going to end up happening. 6 minus 3 is 3 over -5, so my slope is simply -3/5, or -0.6. So now we're going to just plug into the point slope formula. Y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. Okay, so take care of any double negatives or any unnecessary parentheses. So y minus 6 is just y minus 6. I'm going to go ahead and just leave the slope in parentheses. We know this is going to become a +5 because of the double negative that we see there. Okay, now it's just a matter of distribution. So -3/5 times x, -3/5 x, -3/5 times 5 is just going to be -3. Then we just add 6 to both sides. And we're done. Okay, so my final answer here for this example would be y equals mx plus b, y equals -3/5 x plus 3. Okay, so easy, 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 right? Now let's look at our next example. Okay, so on our next example, we're not going to really do anything different. Okay, our next example has us passing through the points -1 by +14, and passing through another point, 5 by 2. We'll just say 2 is right there. Okay, and again, we can tell from how these 2 points plot out, how they connect, my slope is going to be negative. But let's go ahead and calculate it anyway. So m equals y1 minus minus y2 over x1 minus x2. That's going to give me 12 over -6, or when we reduce, -2. So we're just going to plug in now. So y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. Okay, and we know that -1 is going to be a double negative. So we're just going to go ahead and say it's +1. So skip some steps there. Distribute -2x minus 2. Add 14. And we're done. There it is. Okay. One last example just to make sure we've got the hang of this. On this next example, maybe we'll actually get a positive slope this time. It's never good to have so much negativity. Anyway, so I'm not even going to draw a picture this time. So m equals y1 minus y2 over, oh, good Lord. Okay, this is why it's important to label. y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. Okay, so now I have -1 over -10, which reduces down to just +1/10 because of, negative divided by negative is a positive, right? And then we just plug in a point slope. So y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Okay, just distribute 1/10 x minus 1/2. Y minus 0 is just y, and we're done. Okay, so simple concept, very simple concept. It's the same thing over and over again. The only thing added extra to this that we didn't do in the last video is, of course, we had to calculate our slope here. But besides that, no difference on the algebra side of it when we are converting from point slope into slope-intercept form. All right, so that does it for this video. Same thing I say at the end of every video. If you need anything, shoot me an email. Otherwise, goodbye.